Hey guys, JD here with the 2022 Kawasaki Ultra 310 Supercharged Jet Ski. Today I'll be showing you some of my techniques for removing swirl marks and scratches on your Kawasaki hull. Alright, so to do this project correctly, you're going to need a compound similar to this one here. I like Meguiar's Professional. This is Diamond Cut 2.0 compound. This is great for removing the swirl marks and scratches. Once you do use that though, you're going to be left with a slightly cloudy surface. So then you're going to need a mirror glaze polish like this one here. You could see on the cut scale that the polish is a lower cut, and of course you're going to use that for finishing. Once you finish your polish, you're then going to use a wax. I like Chemical Guy's Butter Wet Wax. I've used a couple different ones. You don't want all the, ceramic coating, all that kind of stuff. You just want a regular good old wax. Then finally, once you're done with the wax, I like to use this. This is a mirror glaze. This seals in the wax. In terms of pads, you're going to need a dense pad like this for the compound, a real soft pad like this for the polish, a microfiber applicator, and then a synthetic or a natural wool bonnet for your final polishing after you apply the wax. You'll also need a microfiber towel like this, and I like to use these 100% cotton cloth diapers. All right, and let's get into it. You don't want to do something like this. You don't want to use polishes and compounds in the sun. You want to make sure that you're in the shade. So here's the first spot we want to work on. You can see this isn't really a scratch, it's more of a, it's probably from the rubber sole of my boots that I wear when I ride. So we're going to start with the Meguiar's heavy cut compound, and we're going to use the orange dense disc on just as a 4-inch buffer. I've got them of all different sizes, but the 4-inch is easier for applications like this. Using a clean microfiber applicator pad, gently distribute the compound over the surface. If you are using a drill instead of a dedicated polisher, make sure it's on a low setting. You don't want to put it too high, especially with this dense disc. Make sure not to keep it in one place. You got to constantly move it. Again, do not keep it in one place. You want to move it constantly. So you want to keep moving it. Use a nice sweeping motion. And you're going to keep doing this until most of the compound is worked into the disc and the ski. Don't put too much pressure on the drill. Let the compound and the disc do its own thing. Once you're done with your compound, use a clean cotton towel to wipe any extra compound off. And now we're going to apply the polishing finish. So once you finish your compound phase, you're going to want to switch to the soft polishing disc. Then we're going to apply this Meguiar's Ultra Polishing Finish, and we're going to give this a final buff. So now the area that you just buffed with the compound, you're going to apply the Ultra Polishing Finish. Make sure to use a soft disc like this. Also, I suggest using new discs. Do not use old discs. This is the area of concern right here, so I'm going to do some extra work. We're going to get the sides through here. What I also like to do is reverse the drill and do it in the opposite direction as well. Again, keep it moving. That's the biggest thing. Do not hold it in one place. Now use your cotton towel to wipe off the area, and already you can see that the marks that were there are completely gone. This is nice and shiny. So the final step is we're going to seal in that polish with some wax. So you don't want to reuse any of the pads that you used before. With this butter wet wax, I actually have good results even doing it by hand. So I'm going to apply just a bit along the edge there. And then we are going to use a clean microfiber applicator, and we're just going to go like this. Now what the wax does is it fills in any microscopic scratches in the surface that you didn't buff out. Sometimes you'll get a speck of sand or a hair or something in there, and that can create additional scratches. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work this wax into the finish there. You could get it over your numbers. You want to do a circular motion. Again, don't push too hard in one place. All right, now this wax, you can see that there's a bit of a haze on the surface. We're going to let it dry for a minute. You can use a cotton or a wool bonnet to buff it. That's going to be your next step. So I like these. These are synthetic wool bonnets. I couldn't find any real wool bonnets in this size. So again, this is your final step after you've compounded, you've polished, and you've waxed. And now what you're going to do is use this cotton bonnet to get a final shiny glaze on this, and then we're going to do a paint sealer after that. So really it's almost like a 4-step process, but you know, if you want to know how to do it, this is how to do it. Look how shiny that is. No more scuff marks, no more scratches. All right, so once you've done your final buff, our final step is to apply a product like this. This is Professional Mirror Glaze. It's a really good paint sealer, and you can use it after you use your wax. So now, instead of using the cotton towel that you use for your compound, you're going to use this microfiber towel. Clean microfiber towel. Make sure it's not dirty. You don't want to ever use dirty towels. They just are going to rub grit into your finish. All right, and there we go. All right, and there's my video on polishing and maintaining your ski. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe for more Kawasaki content.